Bottom line is Brad Stevens is owed $30 million or thereabouts for these 4 years. And you say we have to make a big change. We don't want to trade Jason Tatum or Jaylen Brown. I'm sure that's what they're thinking. Now, again, you guys know my thoughts. Max might not on Jaylen Brown. We can get to that.
Oh, you and Max's thoughts are
Max agree on this. Yeah.
Yeah, they're not too far.
There you go, Max. There you go. We got to talk.
Yeah.
We got
Finally
to unify here. I need some help.
Max has turned the corner for the last couple of days.
I am totally on your page. I think that, and I love Jaylen Brown.
Me too.
And Tatum, but to me, they're the same two players. And you have to have something radically different, size-wise or speed-wise or whatever it is. And I've floated it out here, and it's just me. I think that Jaylen Brown is your best asset that you can trade. And so if I am the Celtics right now, and this is just me, I go to Minnesota, and Karl-Anthony Towns is sitting out there. He hadn't won in forever and a day. And he's a big guy.
You lost me, Max. You lost me with Cat.
He checks a bunch of boxes. He rebounds the ball. He had a fight. How about this? He had a fight with Joel Embiid. And
that was big on Max.
This is the thing, Goodman. I've done, and I'll let you get in your mind. And I've thrown this out on many occasions here. In 650 games, Brown and Tatum have played. Can you remember one time that Brown or Tatum has ever had a dust up with another player?
No, never. They haven't.
And that is almost impossible. you think about it. The great players in this league, and that's why I say you have to have somebody who is almost opposite what Brown is. You have to have somebody who is disruptive.
But that's not Cat.
Why not?
That's not Karl-Anthony Towns.
He's soft.
He just doesn't like Embiid. That's all that was.
I think the thing you look at with him, you say he's soft, but I think in another environment he could be better. And the thing you look at him, he would be a number two. Whoever it is going to be a number two behind Tatum, and that might be good for him. And the thing that he checks off the boxes, he rebounds the basketball. He can block shots. He can score from the perimeter. He can run the floor, and he has a little mean in him. And that's something that we desperately need.
I don't see the mean, though.
What?
Yeah, I don't see the mean. I don't see the mean.
I've seen them elbow. I've seen them elbow people. I've seen them have a fight with Joel Embiid. I've seen them do things that I say, that's a little nasty. He's elbowed people out. You can think about the Celtic team this year. How about this? Give me the time that somebody on this team has elbowed somebody high.
I guess it's Marcus Smart, but Marcus. That'd
be Fournier called Durant a bitch. Oh,
did he?
That was the only dust up. Yeah, they had to be separated, but it wasn't as threatening. But I'm sure, Max, you love that though, right? I mean, at least he showed some fight. I mean, I don't mind that. I'm just not crazy about bringing in Cat and making him a pillar for this franchise. I don't know. I don't know if I'm not just because of how many years he spent in Minnesota, and it hasn't really been hasn't turned that corner that we all thought he would turn after those first few years.
Well, there's another guy.
After Garnett retired,
there's another guy who came from Minnesota who didn't turn that corner, who hadn't really been in the playoffs. And I'm not saying he's Kevin Garnett, but man, he has some skill set that reminds me of some things that Kevin Garnett's able to do. So, are we trying to say again? Are we trying to bring in the same kind of player that Tatum is? Because if you look at Brown, if you look at Tatum, what do they do that's so different?
Jalen's not as good of a scorer shooter. Jalen's a better defender. Here's my problem, Max. My problem in a nutshell is Kemba, Tatum, Jalen, none of which make life easier consistently for anybody else. They all have to manufacture. Like, first of all, it looks like Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum have never played together most of the games. They have no chemistry. None.
Yeah. It's like a pickup game.
On the court in terms of how they make life easier. And then also when they do something well, I want to see you guys. You played together for how many years now? I want to see you chest bumping.
Thank
I want to see you smiling.
Give me a handshake. Shit.
Yeah, like it's just I want Bradley Beal. I want Bradley Beal. I want Bradley Beal.
I'm going there. I gotta go there because I know Goodman's on a time limit here. The hourglass. Yeah, Beal, what do you make of that? Not commenting on staying put. I mean,
it's been 9 years there, and they've been mediocre to suck every year. Like at some point, Bradley Beal's gonna be like, "Oh, great, we got in the playoffs and we got bounced." And he's had nothing around him. I mean, he's played with two good players, John Wall, who was damaged goods, and they didn't get along great early, and now Russell Westbrook, who isn't the easiest dude to play with. I love his competitiveness, but it's not easy to play with Russ because Russ is so ball dominant. Bradley Beal could average 7 assists a game with Jason Tatum and Kemba Walker. I'm telling you, he could average 7. If you put the ball in his hands.
Kemba?
Now, the hard part is with Kemba, well, Kemba's going to miss half the year, so unfortunately. And I hate saying it because I love Kemba. Like, Kemba might be like my favorite person I've ever been around because he's like always smiling, always upbeat. I love Kemba Walker, and unfortunately, you can't trade him because you're going to get 50 cents in the dollar if you try to trade